usual, let's start by looking at what the piece looked like before I started painting it. There's a couple things I noticed, and let me show you closer. So while this beautiful piece is solid wood, the faces are not, and all of these items that are detailed like that are not solid wood. If you can see, this part right here is cast resin or plastic. Essentially, this is the wood, and then this is attached on and just painted to look like wood, but it is not. So because of that, I'm going to use a different product so that everything adheres to this, because it is not porous. So I'm going to start here. I have already cleaned this and cleaned it with water to make sure I don't have any residue, and I'm going to start by priming. I am using a product by Dixie Belle called Slick Stick that helps with adherence. Whatever primer you choose to use, make sure that it is for adherence, because again, it is a plastic or a resin on top, so we need all the help that we can get on making sure our paint stays where it needs to stay. So I'm going to cover the whole thing, and once it dries, we'll move on to the next step. We want it evenly coated, but it's the first coat, so it's never going to look perfect, so don't worry about that now. Here is my color palette, and again, it's a neutral look that we're going for, but I need multiple colors to create that effect. The main color will be this creamy off-white, and I'm going to apply it using my Wooster Shortcut brush. I love this brush. It is synthetic, and it's really easy. It's really thin, so I can get into like those crevices on those lines on the trim, and it kind of bends a little bit. I have used it for years, and you guys probably know that I love it. I am using my misting water bottle to help spread the paint evenly and easier, so that I don't have too many brush strokes, although I don't care about that because the look we're going for is layer, and brush strokes are welcome actually. So this is going to be a bathroom vanity, and I chose to frame the bottom part of it with the black, because I think it will make it a lot more forgiving for people whenever they step and kick it and all of that stuff for maintenance in the future, if you get what I mean. While I chose to apply the black and the cream simultaneously, I knew that the black was going to stay at the bottom and I wasn't going to blend it too much into the cream. However, for this next step, I am using a different brush. I am using a stiffer brush because I'm going to be dry brushing. That means that I'm going to dip my brush into the paint and offload 90% of my paint, so that whenever I go in, I have very little left on my brush, and I can achieve this dry brushing layer effect. This is very important, otherwise you're just gonna have a blob of color. We don't want a blob, we want dry brushing. And it should look like this. Be patient with this look, because we need the paint to dry enough so that we can go over it and the color won't blend into the neck. So for example, if I mix the black with the cream, it'll turn gray, which in some parts of here I did welcome and like. However, for the other parts, I don't want the colors to mix, so that's when I wait for the paint to be completely dry before I come in with another color. You can see me dry brushing the darker black, some of the gray, and all the other colors little by little on different sections, taking a step back and coming back to it so that I can see how it looks and I can choose where I want to place my colors. Carried away with a color, don't worry, just let it dry and come back and use your base color as an eraser. If you can see here, I got too much gray on that small section, but I can come back and once it dries, layer other colors on it, layer some of that creamy color, and it will take it off. It will be my eraser. So don't worry, this is a very intuitive look. When you step back, you can see what you like and what you don't like, and you can always adjust it. It is a very forgiving look. I also switched to a different brush, again a stiff natural bristle brush. This is really dense and it allows me to dry brush a lot easier. I prefer natural bristle brushes whenever I am doing a look like this versus a synthetic. I feel like a synthetic look is best for smooth finishes actually. Continue dry brushing all of your colors. I find that the brown, the rust color, looks really good next to the black. It also looks really good next to some more orange color, and you can mix the brown with the creamy color to give you a warmer tone, or you can mix the gray or the black with the cream color to give you a more cool tone. We have various colors here to mix it together, but as you are painting, you can choose to blend them in with just misting your water bottle, and it will create a whole other color. This is one of those looks where you have to trust the process. It can look messy at first, but the more layers you add, the more it starts coming together. So don't freak out at first. You can always erase with your base color if you get too carried away. But yes, start layering your colors and you'll see how it starts coming together. Another color that I added to this look was that teal, turquoise, mint, patina color. That's what it is. It's very predominant. You can find it in anything that has rusted or has some sort of patina, and I just added little touches of it here and there. I don't want a ton of that color. It is just an accent, so be strategic with it. Place it randomly, sporadically here and there to bring the color and the look together. pictures. I didn't put all the handles on them because my customer might still change their mind, and also the top will be replaced by quartz, so keep that in mind. I'm just working on the body for this bathroom vanity, and this is what it looks like.
Was that you living in someone else's dreams?